Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Beckley Valley County Convention Center here in Beckley, West Virginia for this Region 3 Section 2 4A semifinal between the Oak Hill Red Devils and the Beckley Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles. Show Maneuver Network, Lucas Berry, Chris Rader here with you. Chris, last time you and I spoke, we were in Oak Hill for the two teams' last meeting. Oak Hill got run out of their own gym. That's the best way to describe it. What can they do to maybe pull off an upset here like they did last year? Last seed in the section, ended up winning the dang thing and hosted the regional.
No, and you bring up a good point, and if I'm Benitez Jackson, that's the memory that I'm calling on with these players. We were in the exact same position last year. We were the last seed in the section. They went down to Fairleigh, knocked off East, went down to Princeton, knocked off Princeton. All of a sudden, they're the sectional champions. So I think you're asking those kids who experienced that last year to call on that memory. Now, as far as what they can do schematically, it's an uphill climb. I mean, I'd be lying if I said anything other than that. I think offensively, Malachi Lewis has to have a big game. He's got to have, in my opinion, one of those 25 to 30-point games. The last game that you and I did, A.J. Thomas did a really nice job on him defensively, held him to 13 points. If Malachi scores 13 tonight, Oak Hill's not winning. We'll probably see a replay of what we saw in the Lilly Center. Defensively, we know that Elijah Redfern's a tough matchup for Oak Hill. There's no one they can really just put on him man-to-man that's going to shut him down. I think at best you try to slow him down, maybe throw some junk defenses at him, maybe throw a double team here and there. And then I think also defensively, you want to try to run Kobe Dillon off the three-point line. And Oak Hill has not done a good job of doing that this year in both meetings. If you can get Dillon to put it on the floor, that's a win defensively. You'll live with him trying to get to the basket or maybe pull up for a mid-range. But if he's catching and shooting in rhythm from the three-point line, you're in trouble.
Now let's talk about the difference in the game. The last time these two teams played here, it was a two-point game, but Woodrow's key player, number 12, Elijah Redfern, missed that game. I know you're a big fan of his. Talk about your boy.
Well, Redfern, I mean, I said he's a tough matchup for Oak Hill. Redfern's going to be a tough matchup for most teams he plays against. He's 6'3", he's got good handles. He can get to the rim. He can finish with either hand at the rim, but he's also got an outside game. If you leave him alone, he'll shoot the three and knock it down. And where he's got that length at 6'3", with Oak Hill's problem is the kids that might be able to stay in front of him, he can just kind of back them down, get both feet in the paint, and get a good shot against them. The kids that might be able to challenge his length a little bit have trouble staying in front of him. So he's just a really good basketball player in a really tough matchup. And we saw that at the Lilly Center. He had over 20 points. He was facilitating offense for Kobe Dillon and the other kids. So Redfern's he's just a really good player, and I am a fan of him. I've seen him several times now, and he's impressed me every time.
You'll hear his name, and you'll hear number 14, Zion Hawthorne's name a lot tonight. The offense really runs through them for the Flying Eagles. And speaking of the Flying Eagles, they've taken the floor in their white jerseys with some maroon down the side. Beckley in front in maroon, numbers in maroon as well. We'll wait to see what Oak Hill comes out in. Well, I saw a little bit of it. It's a black jersey, but I don't know all the trimming details yet. You mentioned the first game when they played, and Oak Hill shot the heck out of the ball here. So you're hoping that, if this is a gym that maybe some of the kids like shooting in, maybe their background they like, I don't know, but they shot the heck out of the ball. And while the game at the Lilly Center was a blowout, the game here came down to the wire, and that was largely because Oak Hill really shot the ball well. And that's if you're coming at this from an Oak Hill perspective and you're hoping for an upset, shooting is always the X factor in basketball games. The better teams sometimes just they can't knock down their shots, and sometimes the inferior teams just starts knocking down threes, and all of a sudden you got a basketball game. So, yeah, on paper, I think Beckley's got the better team. From an Oak Hill perspective, you have to hope that you're playing their A game and maybe Beckley's playing their B or B- game. I'll say this for Oak Hill. Kobe Dillon shot the lights out of that gym in Oak Hill. He's capable of it, but that's also really hard to do on multiple occasions to shoot as well as he did. It seemed like everything he touched went in.
Yeah, and you have to kind of hope for that. You're hoping maybe Dillon's cold tonight, Hawthorne's cold tonight. From an Oak Hill perspective, and this is me coming at it, I'm an amateur coach. I've never coached a game in my life. Benitez Jackson's forgotten more about basketball than I'll ever know. I would try to really run Dillon off the three-point line. And if Redfern is setting up Hawthorne or Cleary or somebody, then you tip your cap to him and just say, you know what, God bless you. But you really want to run Dylan off that three-point line because he is a deadly marksman. I've seen him a few times too. The kid can shoot the heck out of the ball, and if he's running off screens and catching it in rhythm and shooting it, or he's catching, he's sitting, camping out at the three-point line waiting for Redford to kick it out, and he's unguarded, he's going to kill you.
Let's go over the starting lineups here while we have a chance. Starting with the visiting Oak Hill Red Devils, starting off, I almost said leading off. I'm in baseball mode already. It's number 3, Andre Wright, number 10, Levi Kiska, number 12, Malachi Lewis, number 21, Brent Conley, and number 34, Noah McClung.
I want to say this. Levi Kiska, the last game you and I did, played really well against Beckley. Oak Hill didn't have a lot of bright spots that game. He was one of the few bright spots. He was all over the glass. Really getting on the floor, hustling. He added some scoring. I think he ended up with 13 points and matched Malachi as the team leader in scoring that game. They need that Levi Kiska to show up again tonight.
For the home flying Eagles, it's number 10, Kobe Dillon, number 12, Elijah Redford, number 14, Zion Hawthorne, number 22, Preston Clary, and number 52, Jalen Walton, who, best our memory, missed Woodrow's last game in Oak Hill. Yeah,
he was out ill, and he gives them good size. I think Walton's about 6'4". He's going to be an interior player for Beckley, and he did miss the last game. So I think their lineup, as far as we know, is going to be a little different. The last game, and this might end up being working in Oak Hill's favor, A.J. Thomas started in place of Walton last game, and he was the one that was primarily on Malachi defensively, and I thought he did a terrific job. I mean, and he was in Malachi's shirt the whole game, and he was in man-to-man. He never looked for a shot. His job that night was to guard Malachi. So, honestly, if he's coming off the bench, we'll see if it works in Oak Hill's favor, because I really thought that he did a really nice job against Malachi.
If you wanted to have a tutorial video on lockdown defense, that's it. You put on that film.
Yeah, I was really impressed with AJ, and he was out there to play defense. He knew his role. He wasn't looking for his own offense. He was just looking to disrupt Malachi, and he did a really nice job of doing that.
While we've got a moment here, we'll point you in the direction of the Oak Hill uniforms, as I talked about what Woodrow's coming out in. Oak Hill is in a black uniform with some red trim around the shoulders, neck, and leg, and they've got white numerals lined in red. Oak Hill spelled out across the top of the jersey, lined in white, lined in red. Classy look all around.
That is my favorite version of Oak Hill. You know, when I was growing up, they didn't have the black unis. It was white unis at home, and then they had the red ones on the road. The red ones, I guess, are the classic look. And I can't remember at some point when they introduced the black, but that's my favorite version. I really like the black trimmed in red there.
I didn't know they wore anything other than black on the road. I really
Back in the day, they used to. It used to be red. Yeah, sure did.
Look at that. I learned something tonight.
You got just. I'm just showing my age again. You got to talk to old men more.
Well, while I find no men to talk to, we're going to play our national anthem. Well, Chris, I've got some bad news. I tried to find some old guy to talk to and give me a little bit more history. They all told me to get back down here and call the game. So you're stuck with me the rest of the night.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, if you go, I think the picture of the '84 state championship team, they won that game in their classic red unis.
Huh.
But I love the black. Yeah.
Oak Hill cheerleaders being introduced at the moment.
And again, to show my age, Lucas, I not to be the old man yelling at clouds. I remember when this used to pack this place out. The sectional game between Oak Hill and Beckley, you used to have 3,000 fans here for that. I don't know why fans don't come out as much anymore, but maybe it's, they have streaming like this where you can sit in the comfort of your own home.
Maybe.
And listen to, guys like us. And if you are, we appreciate you listening to us. And I want to thank Darren. Darren does such a great job of broadcasting these games, and that really is a luxury that I didn't have when I was growing up. You either came to the game or you were listening to it on like a staticky radio broadcast.
Well, you read the paper the next day.
Yeah, and to be able to sit on your couch and watch, a high school playoff game is really cool. So, again, you got Darren and Rob Polly on the camera, and you guys are here a lot more than I am, and y'all do a great job showing high school sports and broadcasting high school sports to our locals. It's a nice luxury to have.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. I really couldn't have. It is a thrill to be able to bring games like this to you, and we're about to get going. As Beckley is breaking their huddle.
So, Lucas, I think a big key for Oak Hill tonight, especially here in the first quarter, they don't want to fall behind. They don't want to get run out of the gym early. You want to kind of stay in. And the longer as you're an underdog, you stay in that game, your confidence builds, and then maybe Beckley starts playing a little tighter because they are the favorite here tonight.
Let me point out something that I've noticed here. We got the big man Noah McClung in his starting lineup, but it will be Malachi jumping.
Yeah, and that is interesting. I was talking to assistant coach Casey Legg before the game, and we noticed that Noah was going to get the start, and I asked him about it, and he said Noah's just earned it. He said he's been working really hard in practice, and he's frankly earned the start, so hopefully the big guy will take advantage of it.
Malachi Lewis and Jalen Walton to tip this game off. And the sectional semifinal is underway. Woodrow will control. It's in the hands of Elijah Redfern. Right in front of us is Zion Hawthorne. Hawthorne, quick three, off the mark, and it's kept in. Redfern from the corner won't go, and they'll fight for it. Foul called.
So I think that's going to be on Brent Conley. And actually, did they call it? No, they didn't call a foul. They just called it out of bounds. I thought they called a foul for a minute. Now, those are two shots you'll live with for Oak Hill. That was a contested three by Hawthorne. That's too easy underneath.
Going up again, no. And Oak Hill will have it momentarily. Woodrow applying some pressure. Malachi, though, finally has it. And he will take it across the halfway line for the Red Devils. 7:30 to go, first quarter, no score. And we've got a turnover here. Did they call a foul on that, Chris?
I think they called an illegal screen off the ball. I think that is going to be on the big man, McClung, trying to set an off-the-ball screen. They said he was moving. So Oak Hill looks like they've come out in a man here. And, again, that was a good defensive possession here to start the game. And on offense, Oak Hill, unless they have a run out, they're really going to slow it down. Now, I think they may be in a zone. They've already switched defenses here the second possession of the game.
Quick three is in the air. It's good from Preston Clary. Flying Eagles on the board.
Here comes the press, and this really gave Oak Hill fits the last game.
They got it out. Here's Noah McClung. He'll get it back to Brent Conley. Now over to Malachi Lewis. He will slow it down a little bit.
Nice job of breaking the press. So that time they didn't let it fluster them. They were able to get it across the half-court line and set their offense up.
Kiska tried to go back to Conley. It's nearly stolen.
That is going to be a foul on Clary. Yeah, that's a good call. Clary grabbed him.
Looked like he was trying to bring him down sort of the first down line.
But you see Beckley's being very aggressive defensively here in their man defense. Now, something to watch, and we didn't see this a lot the first game, Dillon is guarding Malachi Lewis. So we'll see if that's a matchup that Oak Hill can take advantage of. I think Malachi's got a little size on him. he may be able to get his shot off a little easier than he was against Thomas the last game.
And they get it off. They get it over to Kiska. Kiska to the bucket. Can't get it to go. In there for his own rebound. Puts it back up again. It won't go. McClung fighting, and he got it.
Noah McClung, big man, making his presence felt early. Offensive rebound. That was a good look by Levi, too. Good pass.
Inside. Walton up 2.
That is a great pass by Hawthorne. Here comes that press, and they're all over
backed
it.
into a corner. Now it's Conley. Noah McClung has it. McClung to the bucket. Oh, got it!
Wow, Noah McClung.
He went from nearly losing it at the Flying Eagle logo to finishing and getting the and one.
I got to tell you, I was getting ready to say, that's not what they're wanting Noah McClung to do. They probably want McClung normally, once they break that press, to pull it back out and get it in the guard's hand. It worked out that time, though, as he has a chance for a three-point play.
Has a chance to tie the game at 5.
I don't know if you're going to keep replicating that
no.
the rest of the game, though.
We'll take it if he does.
Yeah.
Free throw is up. It's good. This game is tied at 5.
But the guy gets the start, and he has all 5 points to start the game. Nice start.
And they're going to say that there was a foul called.
Yeah, that's kind of a ticky-tack one on Malachi. I don't love that one, but not a lot of contact over there on the sideline. He decided to call it, so that's going to be Malachi's first. Malachi cannot afford to get in foul trouble. That absolutely cannot happen. And it looks in Oak Hill's in some type of matchup zone here.
Zion Hawthorne thought about it, chose to go inside. That was Elijah Redfern who finished and gives Woodrow back the lead.
That's 2 really nice dishes from Hawthorne, too. Here comes that press really bothering him.
Hawthorne going up. He got it.
And that's going to be the second on Malachi, and that's a problem. That's a problem. If Malachi's already got 2. If you're Benitez Jackson, I really don't think you can set him at this point. You just got to tell him he's got to be really, really careful on the defensive end here. But I don't hardly see how you can set Malachi Lewis right now. But that's a big problem for him to have 2 fouls 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Hawthorne's extra point, if you will, is good.
They are going to set him, so they're going to we're going to take a timeout. It looked like Hicks was going to check in for him.
We'll reset things here on the Nova Network after this.
We need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton because he'll always show up and fight for us.
We welcome you back to Beckley here as Oak Hill had tied the game at 5, and then that press really showed up for Woodrow, and in the process, Malachi Lewis picked up 2 early fouls in this game as Armani Hicks checked into the game for me, has the ball here now.
They're really going to have to handle that press, especially with Malachi out now, so that's going to be key. And I don't know where the offense is going to come from either. They're going to have to generate some offense without Malachi.
Andre Wright trying to do that. He can't get it to go.
Good help defense by Walton. Wright almost tracked it back down. That's going to go to Oak Hill. Nice hustle by Andre Wright to come from behind and knock it away from Jalen Walton.
I'll be honest, I thought that went off of him.
Yeah, I couldn't really see. I'll take the ref's word for it that time.
Yeah.
He saved the possession, though, got it back for Oak Hill.
Levi Kiska has the ball now. Armani Hicks. Noah McClung from 3. He hit it!
How about Noah McClung's start? He's not afraid of that top of the key 3 either. He's got confidence in that shot.
Wide pass out. 2.
Yeah, you got to find him. And that's what I was talking about in the pregame. Brent Conley's got to close out on him and know where he's at. He was just late on the closeout.
Hicks, and they do get it out to Andre Wright over to Levi Kiska. Kiska to the bucket, can't get it to go. Got his own rebound, put it back up and in.
Good hustle by Levi to follow his own shot there. They're handling the press pretty well so far. They're being able to break it.
Hawthorne takes a quick 3, it's off front iron. And McClung will have it, he'll get it out to Hicks.
That's not a great shot from Redfern. They don't they can get better shots than that. He pulled up a flat foot 3. Oak Hill will love it if he keeps doing that.
Here's Levi Kiska, got it out to Noah McClung. Thought about a 3, then kicked it back out. 3 ball is in the air. It's no good from Brett Conley, and there will be a whistle on the floor here.
That's going to be on right. That's going to be his first. That's a good look from Conley, though. Conley's a 3-point marksman. He had a pretty good look at the top of the key, so although he didn't knock that down, that's a pretty good offensive set for Oak Hill. And it looks like the big man Fitzwater is set to check in, big 6'6" kid.
And that is the 5th team foul for Oak Hill. And of course, if you've been following high school basketball all year long, that means Woodrow will be at the foul line.
Man, that's a problem. Yeah, they picked up 5 quick fouls, and they'll be shooting the rest of the quarter.
First free throw is up. It is good in the hands of Preston Clary.
And Beckley themselves only has 1 team foul, so yeah, that's a problem for Oak Hill to be in that position right now. You're hoping you can stay within striking distance with Malachi Lewis on the bench. You don't want to let the game get away from you too much with your best player on the bench, and that's what Oak Hill's going to try to have to do here is just weather the storm.
Clary's second shot upcoming. And the second free throw is up. It is good. And this is a 5-point game once again. Here's Armani Hicks over to Brent Conley. Now got it over to Levi Kiska. Kiska facing that trap. Got to get it over. And it's stolen away. And that'll be an easy bucket for Redford. He goes up and finishes.
Levi could have gotten rid of that, and he should have. He held on the ball too long. He had an outlet man across the half-court line. He just held on to it too long that time.
Here's Andre Wright going to the bucket, drawing the foul.
Yeah, good strong drive by Andre, though. I think that's going to be on – I think that's when the big man Fitzwater. He just came checked in. I think that's going to be his first. All the foul calls are going to be unofficial because they're giving the foul call away from where we are, so you'll have to bear with us a little bit. But I do think that was on Fitzwater.
That's what I saw, too. First free throw from Andre Wright is up, and it's no good.
And you got to take advantage of every chance you get, so you got to make your foul shots. And Oak Hill really struggled from the line the last game against Beckley, too. They didn't hit their foul shots as they goes 0 for 2, so you can't do that.
Fitzwater brought the rebound down and handed it off to Elijah Redford, who crossed the halfway line for Beckley. They tried to get it inside, just a hair out in front. He was looking for Preston Clary there.
Yeah, a little miscommunication. Him and Clary weren't on the same page that time. But again, Beckley showing full court, and they're being very aggressive with it. They keep inbounding that ball to the corner, too, which is not the place you want to inbound, and that's going to go right out of bounds to you, Lucas. Yeah, they keep inbounding it straight to the corner, and that's where Beckley wants you to inbound it. So they want to have to make an adjustment on that because that's where you can get trapped very easily over there.
Preston Clary inbounded literally right in front of me. I could feel his breath. And he gets it back in. Drew Fitzwater up in 19-10.
That's way too easy. That's great offense from Beckley. A little high-low set.
And Benitez Jackson wants to talk about it. We'll take a timeout with him here.
Yeah, he's letting Brent Conley know about it. Conley's got lost on the defensive end a couple of times now, and Benitez is letting him know.
I apologize
for
my errant timeout. Levi Kiska has it now. Kiska got it out. Hicks in the corner. Armani Hicks.
That's a good kick out.
McClung for 3, no good. And that's about the rebound down. It's Zion Halton. They're kicking it out to Preston Clary. Goes up, can't bring it down. Conley does for Oak Hill. It's Levi Kiska here now.
It was a great break for Beckley. Clary just didn't hit the bunny. Really nice 3-on-1 break that time, though.
Armani Hicks. Andre Wright.
That defense is really stifling. Oak Hill's having trouble getting good looks. And Clary overplaying that time.
Conley from
There's not a lot of good looks right now. They're going to call a walk on Brent Conley.
Yep.
He was trying to get by Hawthorne. Hawthorne's letting him know about it, too. Hawthorne's talking to him a little bit. So this is kind of the danger zone a little bit. It's 19-10. You don't want to get it out in the double figures and fall behind too big too early.
Elijah Redfern for Woodrow.
Cole Nelson's just checked into the game. Redfern throws that one away. Again, another miscommunication for Beckley that time.
And
No, McClung's got to give that up. Yeah, he wants to give that up to a guard a little sooner than that.
It's Levi Kiska. Cole Nelson now back over to Conley for three. In and out.
In and
no
out.
good.
Yeah, that was a good look. It just spun out on Brent. Keep taking that, though.
Fitzwater and Redfern were in there.
They got to find Dylan off the screen.
Missed the three. That's a rarity.
Nice rebound from Hicks, smallest man on the court. He's got to watch behind him.
Nice job holding it up.
Sure did.
Conley.
They got to find offense from somewhere. McClung's giving it to him unexpectedly. Nelson's going to drive that.
Well, Nelson had it, and he's going to kick it back out. Levi Kiska has it now. We're under 2 minutes to play first quarter. Cole Nelson with the basketball now for Oak Hill at the top of the key. Now it's Conley from the corner. He hit it.
Yeah, keep shooting that. He's gotten a couple good looks and hadn't knocked him down, but he can hit that.
Fitzwater broke through, and Woodrow's back on the board. It's an 8-point game.
That's going to drive Benitez Jackson crazy. They can't do that. That's just way too easy, especially off a make. You can't give up a layup off a make. That's going to be a foul on Hawthorne. He's being very aggressive there on pressing Hicks.
And that'll be the 15th foul on Woodrow, so that will send Oak Hill to the foul line with 1:22 left to go in our opening quarter.
Now, if you're Ron Kidd, that's probably driving you crazy a little bit. There's a foul 90 feet from the basket, and Oak Hill gets 2 shots. And you probably didn't need that. Hawthorne just reached in that time. But again, Oak Hill's got to take advantage of these foul shots. They got to be able to knock these down.
Monty Hicks with his first free throw. It is up. It is good. It's a 7-point game. 21-14.
Jacob Blankenship's checking in for McClung. Boy, I mean, when his 8 points, that's really good minutes for Noah McClung here in the first quarter. Oak Hill's in the game because of Noah McClung's offense.
Hicks' second free throw is up. It is good. It's a 6-point margin. And now here's Elijah Redfern. Redfern calling out his offense. Says, I want you to go there. Drew Fitzwater complies.
This might be a box and one. I might be wrong. They might be playing a box and one with the one being Hicks on Redfern.
Hawthorne from the corner. He can't get it to go. Redfern gets the rebound. He puts it back up and in.
Good strong rebound by the senior that time. He's got 6.
Here's Levi Kiska. Kiska. Cole Nelson. Kiska, baseline drive. He's down there, and they're going to call.
I think we got a foul.
I think we do.
And again, all these fouls, I think they're going to be on, that's going to be on Dylan. I think it's going to be his first. Again, all the foul calls, guys, are going to be unofficial because we're having trouble seeing, but I do think they whistle that on Dylan. They bailed him out a little bit. Levi was in trouble.
Yeah, he was. And as a result of said bailout, he'll go to the line shooting 2. First free throw is up. It is good.
So Levi, he knocked that down. He still, he doesn't get himself set. He wants to kind of fall off the foul line. He's got to set those feet. He knocked that down, but he's got to work on that a little bit.
Second free throw in and out. And a bunch of flying eagles were there. It's Zion Hawthorne who has it. Got it out to Elijah Redfern, who thought about a 3 and thought better of it. Now he'll go to the bucket, and he'll draw the foul, and he made the shot.
Yeah, that time, let's see who that's on. That's on Cole Nelson. That's just a really, really tough matchup for Cole Nelson. And Redfern did the right thing. As soon as he realized that Nelson had him, he took him right into the lane. He's got 4 or 5 inches on him. Nelson's not going to be able to stop that.
Elijah Redfern at the foul line to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. And indeed he does. It's a 10-point game, 26-16. Woodrow backing off that press for the first time tonight.
Redfern has a quick 9. Nice start for him to lead Beckley in scoring so far.
There's Levi Kiska.
Now Kiska, that's probably partially, that might have been blocked a little bit.
May have been. There's Zion Hawthorne. And that's going to go Oak Hill's way, as it looks like it was just off the hands of Elijah Redfern.
Kiska had Fitzwater. I don't know if that was off a switch. Kiska had Fitzwater on him out here at the top of the key. I wouldn't mind seeing Kiska see if he can take him to the basket, maybe draw a foul or something. he might have a quickness advantage on Fitzwater. And the last time Oak Hill and Beckley played, Kiska kept executing a really nice quick spin move, and they can't find the ball back there.
They cannot find the ball back there.
They're back there. There's 5 guys behind the curtain looking for the basketball.
We got a ref and 3 players.
Yeah.
And took us that
they
long to find
finally
the ball.
tracked it down.
It's a bright yellow. It's a bright orange ball, guys.
Hopefully that's not the only ball they brought tonight. There's got to be another ball in the building somewhere.
I hope. So Oak Hill with a chance here with 11.5 seconds to go to get the last shot and get it to a single-digit deficit after 1. We'll see what they want to do here. Kiska's got to go. He does.
You've got to recognize the clock here. Put it up. Nah, you got to.
Not going to get it. It won't count anyway, and that's how the first quarter ends. 26-16, Beckley with the lead after 1. We'll be back in the second quarter after this on the New River Network.
We need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton because he'll always show up and fight for us.
My name is Jonathan Wood, and I'm proud to announce the addition of my father, David Wood, and my sister, Brianna Wood Cook, to the Tyree family. We are locals who care about our community. Because we are not corporate-driven, we are able to offer affordable services, and we are willing to help each family to where no one is turned away. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer free need planning. Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence, the Tyree way.
And we welcome you back into Beckley here as the Quad A Region 3 Section 2 semifinals take place tonight. Greenbrier East and Princeton are playing the other game, but we are focused on the action here between Oak Hill and Beckley Woodrow Wilson. It is a 10-point game here, Chris, but it seems like that Oak Hill kind of weathered the storm a little bit with Malachi Lewis going down early with 2 fouls.
Yeah, and he's back on the court now. I knew Coach Jackson wouldn't set him down too long. So, yeah, they didn't let it get away from him too much. They want to try to cut into this. And with their best player on the court, hopefully they can get some offense from Malachi.
It was Brett Conley.
Conley should have just took that on in. He had an open lane.
Jacob Blankenship out to Conley. Conley for 3 off the mark. And a bunch of Beckley players were in there. And they will get it out to Elijah Redfern. Redfern to the bucket. It's going to be a foul called here as Redfern lost it on his way to the rim, but a Woodrow player came down with it, and in the process, it's a foul call.
That's going to be on Blankenship. He's coming off the bench. That's his first. And again, Redfern realized he had a mismatch in size against Hicks and just took him straight to the basket, like he should.
Clary. Clary got it back out. Here's Kobe Dillon. Dillon back over to Redfern in the corner. Way out wide is Zion Hawthorne.
Good,
back in.
Good deflection. Good look that time from Hawthorne. He saw Redfern cutting on the baseline. Somebody from Oak Hill got a hand on it, though. Redfern's telling him, just throw it up. Redfern wanted an alley-oop instead of a line drive pass.
Redfern got it over to Zion Hawthorne, who will reset things here for Beckley. He'll go to the bucket, he'll kick it out. Redfern thought about a 3, then thought better of it. And they'll go inside. What a block.
They're going to call a foul. That looked pretty good to me from here. I think they're going to get Levi Kiska on that. I thought that looked pretty good from my vantage point. That's going to be Kiska's first. And that'll send Clary to the line. But he might have got him. My view was blocked a little bit. From our vantage point, that looked pretty good.
First free throw from Preston Clary is up and good. It's an 11-point game, 27-16.
Clary's got 6 now. I'm going to try to put the announcer jinx. I haven't seen Clary miss a foul shot. He didn't miss any foul shots at Oak Hill either, so I'm going to see if I can put the announcer jinx on him. He's got a really smooth stroke there. We'll see if it works, Lucas. Nope. He's too good. He's too good even for the announcer jinx. He's got 7 now.
Here's Levi Kiska. Armani Hicks over to Malachi Lewis. This time he's touched the ball, so he's coming back on the floor. It's Brent Conley.
Oh, he had him. Yeah, he had Blankenship open underneath, and he just didn't give it to him. You got to give that up. Blankenship had an easy shot underneath if he gives it up.
Malachi nearly lost it. Kiska kicked it back out. It's Conley for 3. It's in and out. And they'll fight for the rebound. It comes back down to Malachi, who tried to go inside, and it will remain with Oak Hill.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Malachi just put up a little floater right there instead of trying to give it up. Big man McClung's going to check in for Blankenship. See if McClung can keep up his hot shooting. He's got 8. He's the leading scorer for Oak Hill.
Conley will get it into Malachi. Put up a floater, and it's blocked, but he came right back down to him. McClung puts it up, and it's in. Make that 10 for Noah McClung.
He's the first guy in double figures. How unexpected is that?
Yeah. I didn't have it on my bingo card.
Great
That's
start
for sure.
for Noah McClung. Got to find him.
Off the mark.
Yeah, you got to find him. That's a good look. They got lucky. So, that's a good look for Dylan. You got to run him off that three-point line. That was too easy. Luckily, he missed it for Oak Hill.
Catch and shoot 3. He's usually money on that. Here's Levi Kiska. Out to Noah McClung. Back out to McClung here. Now top. Big man backing out the offense, trying to find.
Yeah, you don't want to give up your dribble out there.
Here's Brent Conley, and now it's back over to Malachi Lewis. Lewis over to Conley for 3.
There's going to be a foul on Clary, so that's going to send Conley to the line for 3 shots. As will be Clary's second, and this gives Oak Hill a chance to cut that lead back into single digits here, Lucas.
Brent Conley will step to the foul line. He's shooting 3. This free throw is up. It is good. It's back to single digits.
I think you're seeing good patient possessions from Oak Hill. They're not getting rushed. They're trying to look for the best shot, but they're having trouble finding good shots against that stifling man-to-man defense of Beckley. And right now Beckley's kind of backing off the press. They're going to come back to it at some point.
Second free throw was in and out. And so Conley will have a chance to make it 2 for 3. And indeed he does. 8-point game.
Brent Conley now with 5 points. And Oak Hill, again, they're in this game, and Malachi hasn't scored yet, and he's their main offensive weapon. So they've done a pretty good job of weathering the storm with Malachi with 2 fouls and not scoring.
Elijah Redfern here for Beckley.
Looks like they're in a 1-2-2. So they're switching defenses a lot, trying to give Beckley something to think about. I believe this is a 1-2-2. It's definitely a zone.
Redfern.
And you can see I think it's confusing Beckley a little bit. Beckley's talking to each other like, okay, we got to get in a good set here against this zone. So this has slowed Beckley down a little bit.
Zion Hawthorne here for Beckley.
Malachi's going to be really careful. And it's probably a good thought to go zone with Malachi being in foul trouble anyway.
They'll go to the bucket. They can't get it. It's taken away by Oak Hill as Levi Kiska.
Good hands from Oak Hill that time. Good defensive possession.
Will come right back up the floor. Here's Kiska. Kicked it out wide to Hicks. 3 balls in the air. It's no good. And they will fight for it. Rebound brought down by Beckley.
That's a good look. Kiska did a good job of driving and dishing that time. It's a nice, strong job by Redfern. You can't do anything about that. I mean,
he's just good.
He saw, as soon as he sees that he's got Hicks in front of him, he's going to go to the basket every time. That's a size mismatch. And that was Armani. He can't do anything to stop that. That's tough.
I'll add to the praise of Elijah Redfern. He reads the game so well.
He does, yeah. He's got a high basketball IQ. Look at McClung.
Going inside.
That was great footwork. He did everything but knock the shot down, but that's strong offense right there.
Redfern. Long 3, it's in the air, it's off the front iron, and Andre Wright will bring the rebound.
Now see,
down
that time
Redfern
settled for the 3. He should have taken Hicks to the bucket again.
An errant pass goes right in the hands of Zion Hawthorne. It's over to Redfern. He will not miss that.
Yeah, Malachi kind of has to back off of him. He can't do a lot because he's got those 2 fouls.
Timeout Oak Hill. We'll take it with them. 3:33 to go. First half. 12-point game here in Beckley. Stay with us, everyone.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
Welcome back to the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center here on the New River Network. Lucas Berry, Chris Rader here with you. It is a 12-point game. Oak Hill is down to the Beckley Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles. 32-20, 3:30 to go, opening half.
Now, this last 3.5 minutes, Lucas, Oak Hill cannot let the game get away from them. They're down 12. They're right on the borderline anyway. They cannot let the game get away from them here. You want to try to cut into it a little bit, and they throw that one away.
It's Elijah Redfern. Over to Jalen Walton. What a block! Foul is going to be called, but what hustle there.
No, that's a great foul. I mean, you don't give up the layup. That's a good, strong foul. It's a clean play by Andre Wright. Nothing wrong with that. Make him earn it at the line and don't give up an easy layup. So, yeah. And it was a good – what I liked about it was he wasn't going to let him finish. It wasn't a dirty play, but he fouled him hard enough that he wasn't going to finish that, and he misses that first foul shot. So the foul actually paid off because that was going to be an easy layup.
Yeah. There's Jalen Walton going back to the line, trying to add to his team's lead. Oak Hill, of course, hoping he misses it. He does not. It's a 13-point game, 33-20. His Malachi Lewis has 2 fouls to his name already.
You really need a bucket here. You need a good possession. Boy, I thought Levi almost walked there.
I did too. Man, that was close. Armani Hicks going to the bucket, can't get it to go.
And everything's one and done. Oak Hill, once they miss the shot, they're not getting any offensive boards at all either. Beckley's controlling the glass.
And here's Dylan. Wow, what a...
And again, Beckley gets their own rebound. Dylan gets another shot.
He still missed.
Yeah. No, Dylan's not having an off night. And in the pregame I mentioned, that's what you wanted. But they're still down 13 because, Redfern's facilitating his own offense here.
And even then, I would say he's not playing up to his potential. He's missed some easy shots. Is that what goes to Beckley?
Yeah, good hands that time by Redfern. He was able to knock it out of Brent's hands. Just got to be a little stronger with the ball there. But again, Beckley's killing them on the glass. Everything with Oak Hill's one and done. And then Beckley will come down and miss a shot, but then retain the possession with an offensive rebound. But they're giving up a lot of size to Beckley. That's to be expected. Again, it looks like we're in maybe a 2-3 here, Lucas.
Zion Hawthorne to the bucket. Can't get it to go. And Oak Hill will bring the rebound out. It's Malachi Lewis. Kiska, baseline. Put it up, no good. Kiska was almost there to get his own rebound, but he does give up some size, and thus the rebound.
Yeah, that's not a bad drive by Levi. He just couldn't finish it. Nice pass by Walton underneath the clear. He can't finish it.
And here's Levi Kiska. Noah McClung.
Yeah, he can't pick up his dribble that far out.
Malachi, quick pass to Kiska, and it's short.
Watch the run out. Guys, nice job by Conley to prevent the run out.
Dylan for 3. He won't miss much more than that.
Yeah, he's not going to stay silent forever. You keep giving him open looks, he'll eventually knock him down. Now we're in the danger zone as they're down 16.
1:16 to go, opening half. 16-point game, Beckley in front. Here's Malachi Lewis trying to go to the bucket, and some contact, but nothing's called, as Redfern will kick it back out to Preston Clary, going up, and it's in.
Cleary's got 9. Nice dish by Redfern. And I said we had to watch that last 3.5, and unfortunately Oak Hill kind of let it get away from them. Beckley's extended the lead instead of Oak Hill cutting into it.
There's Levi Kiska, 44 seconds to go in the half. It's Cole Nelson. Over to McClung. McClung, top of the key, 3, off the mark. Malachi gets the rebound and will reset things out to Cole Nelson. Thought about a 3, just up and it's in. Looked like that was Brent Conley in there.
Yeah, Conley, he's got 7 now. It was an air ball, but it effectively became a pass from Cole Nelson. Conley was on the weak side, able to corral it.
And Woodrow with 13 seconds here will almost certainly have the last shot of the half. It's Elijah Redfern. Inside, Walton. Foul call.
And that, Oak Hill's in a zone, Lucas, and man, that's just too easy. I mean, Redfern's at the top of the key, and he's just able to zip a pass right underneath the basket to Walton, and that's just falling asleep. I didn't catch you that was on. I apologize. I didn't catch you that foul was on. That might be Brent Conley. I'll give it to him. Unofficially, that's going to be Conley's first, I'll say, but he just can't do that, man. That's just way too easy to be able to just zip a pass through a zone from the top of the key right underneath the basket as Walton knocks down that first shot. He's got 4 now.
It's a 17-point game, 39-22. 5 seconds to go in the first half. Second free throw is up. It's good. Kiska has to hurry. Puts up a long 3, and it may have counted. It was right there. So at the end of 2 quarters of play, it is 40-22. Oak Hill is down to Beckley. We'll be back after halftime here on the New River Network. Stay with us, everyone.
We need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton because he'll always show up and fight for us.
My name is Jonathan Wood, and I'm proud to announce the addition of my father, David Wood, and my sister, Brianna Wood Cook, to the Tyree family. We are locals who care about our community. Because we are not corporate driven, we are able to offer affordable services, and we are willing to help each family to where no one is turned away. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer free need planning. Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence, the Tyree way.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
We need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton because he'll always show up and fight for us.
My name is Jonathan Wood, and I'm proud to announce the addition of my father, David Wood, and my sister, Brianna Wood Cook, to the Tyree family. We are locals who care about our community. Because we are not corporate driven, we are able to offer affordable services, and we are willing to help each family to where no one is turned away. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence, the Tyree way.
And we welcome you back in here. It's halftime at the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center. Lucas Berry, Chris Rader, Darren McGuffin here with you. Robert Parley is somewhere up in there with our camera here. We have we've got an interesting game. Oak Hill hung around for a little while, and, then it kind of got out of hand the last 3.5 minutes or so of the first half. Yeah,
they actually had it to single digits about the midway point of the second quarter. And I mentioned it got to 32-20 with 3.5 minutes left. And I remember mentioning they really have to not let Beckley let it extend the lead, and that's exactly what they did. They got off to a rough start. Malachi Lewis picked up 2 fouls right in the first 2 minutes of the game, had to set most of the first quarter. And I think it's really affected him, not only the defensive end, but the offensive end. He hasn't been able to get on track. Beckley has a lot of length that they can throw at him and really bother him. So they've done a really nice job defensively. Redfern's done his thing. He's leading all scorers with 13 points. He's got a few assists. The offense runs through him, and Oak Hill just doesn't have a really good answer for him.
It was interesting because we talked about it. Okay, he had to have Redfern have a bad night. He's had a good night. Don't get me wrong. 13 points is a half is good, but he's capable of so much more.
Well, I mean, it's not only but what he's done. Oak Hill is getting killed on the glass. They're one and done. Beckley's getting multiple offensive rebounds and getting extra shots. If we had a stat sheet in front of us, I would say Beckley probably had 10 to 12 more field goal attempts in that first half, and that'll get you to an 18-point lead.
Kobe Dillon, though, started off kind of cold, heated up a little bit. If Oak Hill has a chance, and we've seen crazier things happen, he cannot stay hot.
Well, if Oak Hill's got a chance, they got to get hot. They got to knock down shots more so than they have. They have to do what WVU did to get back in the game last night and just get red hot. And we'll see if they can do that.
We've got to have to figure it out, and we're about to find out here as we begin the third quarter. Beckley will inbound to start the second half. Don't really know what the delay is about, but we have one. Now we're ready to go. Feston Clary gets it into Elijah Redfern.
And it looks like Oak Hill starting out in some type of 1-2-2 zone to me.
Zion Hawthorne over to Elijah Redfern. Redfern tried to go to the bucket, went inside. Couldn't see quite who that was. That was Jalen Walton.
The problem is, even when they're going zone, Lucas, and that's just way too easy. They're getting these shots right at the rim. But again, another assist for Redfern.
Oak Hill breaks the press. Levi Kiska goes up and in.
Nice job by Levi that time, breaking it, getting a little easy teardrop that time.
42-24, palindrome score here in Beckley.
I wouldn't mind seeing Levi look for a shot a little more here in the second half, actually. Look for his own offense.
Trying to go inside with Walton. Jalen Walton over Oak Hill's big man.
That is just really good offense against the zone. They're going exactly where you want to go, right in the middle, and Walton's getting an easy look right there in the lane.
Amani Hicks over to Levi Kiska. Kiska tried to do the old bounce it off of an opponent, and instead he nearly put it into our broadcast setup.
And I'll tell you what, again, I wouldn't mind seeing Levi. He looks like, to me, he had a baseline drive there. Just finish that a little bit, and he pulled it back out. He can score a little bit, and I think they need him to look for his own offense a little bit more, and I thought he had an opportunity to get a bucket right there.
That's Sinclair right in front of me, and he will get it into Elijah Redfern.
As they brought in Blankenship and placed McClung very early here. That might have been McClung that got lost on the defensive end in that zone. That might have been why he's got a seat right now. And going right back into the middle. That's just great offense against the zone.
Terry puts it up and in.
Textbook offense.
Amani Hicks. Malachi's in trouble. Got to get it out. Does. Amani crosses the halfway line. Thought about a three. Decided not to. And he'll get it over to Malachi. Surveying the situation, calling out his offense. We'll get it over to Brent Conley. In the corner, Conley for three. It's no good. Kiska brings the rebound down. He tried to put it back up. He lost the ball momentarily. Oak Hill gets it back. Malachi puts it in the air. It is no good. And a foul is going to be called against Blankenship.
Yeah, Malachi's actually still scoreless right now. That's going to be Blankenship's. That's Malachi's best look of the game. He has really not gotten a lot of open looks at all. He finally got one, but just couldn't knock it down.
Elijah Redfern here for Beckley as a 46-24 ball game, 5:52 to go, third quarter. Three ball is in the air. It's no good. Conley brings the rebound down for Oak Hill. They'll push it out ahead to Armani Hicks. Hicks surveys the situation. Calls out his offense. Got it over to Conley. Now it's over to Kiska. Back to Armani Hicks. Hicks lost it temporarily. It's in the hands of Malachi Lewis. Back out to Hicks. Thought about it, trying to go inside. Shot is blocked. And they're going to say that's a foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Walton on that. I didn't think Armani had much of a look at the basket. Yeah, that's going to be Walton. He got him with the body. He was able to swat the ball, but got him with the body, though. But Armani didn't have much of a lane there, and he's lucky he picked up the foul. When you know this is what's happening right in front of us, and you can see right now. And Lucas, the only thing, Beckley's just out athleting Oak Hill. They're in this man-to-man defense, and Oak Hill can't get by them. They really can't. And they're probably not cutting as hard as they should be, but they can't take them off the dribble, and they're just not getting any open looks whatsoever.
Second free throw is missed.
And that's a cheap foul. You don't. That's two on Jacob. Two quick ones.
And Coach Jackson will send Mill McClung back to the scores table. And I think it's going to be a like-for-like sub. Indeed it is. Jacob Blankenship will exit the ball game, picking up two very quick fouls. 5:15 to go, third quarter, 46-25. Beckley with the lead here at home.
And again, Oak Hill's in that zone, but man, Beckley has just been able to get anything they want to against that zone. They're going right in the middle in that lane, getting some open shots. That's a wide open look for Redfern, knocks that down.
He won't miss that.
He's got 16 now. He's the leading scorer of the game.
There's that press.
There's that zone, yeah. I mean, there's that press. And you see Oak Hill starting to wilt a little bit.
Weston Clary to inbound, got it over to Elijah Redfern. Thought about a quick three, chose not to. Instead, he backs it out and resets his offense. No, kick it out. It's Clary from the corner. He hit it.
Again, what they're doing, they're getting it into the lane, and then they're either getting easy shots in the lane, and that time they kick it out to the three-point line. They're running great offense against the zone. They're just running great offense. And the problem is, if you go man, I don't think Oak Hill can guard a man.
I don't think they can either. So with 4:35 to go here in the third quarter, we'll take a timeout on the River Network. Stay with us, everyone.
We need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton because he'll always show up and fight for us.
We welcome you back in here to the New River Network's coverage of Oak Hill High School against Woodrow Wilson High School in this 4A Region 3 Section 2 semifinal. It is a 52-25 game here. The host, Beckley Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles, had the lead over the visiting Red Devils from Oak Hill. Lucas Berry, Chris Rader here with you. And, well, the game is really started. I mean, what else can you say except Woodrow? We've already covered it. Woodrow's out-athleting Oak Hill.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you come up against the better team, and Woodrow's got the better athletes and the better players, and it's showing. It hasn't been Oak Hill's night. It really hasn't been their year, and Oak Hill, whatever Oak Hill does, there's nothing you can do schematically, I think, right now. It's just, the players on the court right now. And Beckley's got a good team.
Yeah. The 12-9 record probably doesn't show just how good this Beckley team is.
Yeah, and again, you have to remember some of that was without Redfern. He missed several games after he broke his wrist early in the season. So Beckley at full strength, I think they have a chance to make some noise and get to Charleston. I really do.
I do too. Based on everything I've seen, I have no reason to believe otherwise. Here is the aforementioned Elijah Redfern. We get it out to Zion Hawthorne. Hawthorne over to Clary. Clary back to...
And again,
got it into
their offense just looks so good right now. Walton's got 11, but they're just getting anything they want to against that zone.
There's Malachi Lewis, still scoreless as of yet. Here's Armani Hicks. Hicks out to Noah McClung. McClung over to Brent Conley, back over to Hicks. Thought about a three, chose not to. And Malachi drives to the paint. Trying to get it, couldn't get it to go. Kiska puts it up, he can't get it to fall, and Woodrow will bring the rebound out and start out up the floor. Here's Kobe Dillon. He missed, it's a rare miss from him, but Walton is there to collect the rebound and he draws the foul.
Yeah, it's going to be on Conley. And it looks like Jacob Blankenship's going to come up and he's at the scorer's table. Cole Nelson's going to check in this game's getting away from Oak Hill, unfortunately.
I think we talked about, as soon as you said out-athleting, made me think of the football game you and I did against Princeton in the playoffs. Princeton just got a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
And Woodrow's got a lot of dudes.
You can be the greatest coach in the world, and if there's better material on the floor, you can't always do anything about that. And that's not, I'm not knocking the Oak Hill kids. They're out here doing all they can. They're just up against a better team right now. Beckley's got better size. A lot of quickness out on the floor. I know Hill's just having trouble getting good shots.
Walton's foul shot is good. It's 55-25. Here's Malachi Lewis. He'll get it over to Armani Hicks. Tried to go inside for Blankenship, but it's picked off. And they'll be back out to Redfern. He'll catch and shoot as Clary got the rebound. Clary will fight for it, and they're going to say that would be an inbound for Woodrow.
And I've also noticed, man, 30-point lead, and Ron Kidd is not coming off that press either.
No, he's not.
He's still keeping his foot on the gas with that press, even up 30 here in the third quarter. I guess maybe he's wanting to set the tone as they enter the postseason. We're going to play hard, and we're going to play hard for 32 minutes.
Yeah.
Regardless of score.
Here's Zion Hawthorne. Kobe Dillon. Three. Got it. On a catch and shoot three, Kobe Dillon is money.
Yeah, he's got 9 now. All in three-pointers.
Cole Nelson. Jacob Blankenship. Levi Kiska. Nearly lost it, but he got it back. Right in front of us, Levi Kiska trying to go to the bucket, but it's stolen by Redfern, who pushes the ball before for Beckley.
Yeah, it's just good help defense by Redfern. That's a tough matchup for Nelson as he gets that shot over Nelson.
And they're going to keep it at this end. They're going to say went off a Red Devil.
I really hope Malachi gets on is able to get a bucket. I hate to see him go out. He's been a really good player. I hate to see him go out his last game scoreless. Right now he's scoreless.
Tough shot. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, Walton probably should have just taken that up strong instead of trying that oop-de-doo spin.
Malachi still can't get it to go. They'll
Good
fight
strong
for the
rebound by
rebound.
Blankenship. He just
Puts
ripped it
up
away.
And in.
Yeah, Blankenship just ripped it away from Walton that time. Good strong rebound. Oak Hill's needing more of that this year. They needed more tough, gritty plays like that, and they just haven't had enough of those. As A.J. Thomas is checking into the game, he's getting his first action of the game. You know, that might, no, that's the 7th player. They played Fitzwater a little bit in the first half. Ron Kidd has a short bench. That might be trouble for him as they advance in the postseason if they get some players in foul trouble. He does have a short bench.
Might be. Speaking of Fitzwater, he's in the game too. And he will have it go apparently off of Red Devils. They'll keep it on this end.
Yeah, Fitzwater's big 6'6" kid. He's trying to post Blankenship that time.
As the be Kobe Dillon here now, Zion Hawthorne.
Mismatch, yeah.
Fitzwater, who puts it up and in 60-27.
Yeah, just a mismatch underneath. They switched and had Malachi on him, and he's giving up like 6 inches to Fitzwater underneath there.
Andre Wright. To the bucket, can't get it to go.
Yeah, nice rebound by Blankenship.
And he
good
just
tough
can't
rebound. Just getting finished. It was a good tough rebound though.
Redfern fouled.
That's going to be on Blankenship.
That's his 3rd if my math is correct.
It's either his 3rd or 4th. Like I said, we've let the fouls get away from us a little bit where we can't see, but yeah.
Regardless, it'll put Redfern at the foul line.
Yeah, and he's got 16 tonight. Redfern's had a really good night. He's got several assists, a couple steals, some rebounds. He's just doing his thing for Beckley.
His first free throw is up. It's good. It is 61-27.
Also have some bad news out of Hico. Midland Trail got knocked off by Pikeview. That's kind of an upset. They swept Pikeview in the regular season. Pikeview went over to Hico tonight and pulled out a close one, so Trail season's over. They had a really nice season over in Hico this year, too.
Did.
Hate to see their season end earlier than I kind of thought it might.
If memory serves, the Meadowbridge girls are playing James Monroe on the Greenbrier Valley Channel tonight with a chance at the state tournament on the line. Don't have a score on that one, but I do remember seeing the game was being played. Here's Kiska going up, can't get it to fall. Zion Hawthorne brings the rebound down for Beckley.
Not a bad look from Kiska, though. He's able to hit that, take that little one-handed shot in the lane. You'll live with that shot.
Hawthorne goes up, had a tough shot, couldn't get it to go. Andre Wright brings the rebound down.
Andre just couldn't finish the layup. Had a run out, just wasn't able to finish. That's going to stay here with Oak Hill, though.
Looked like James Monroe had started to run away with that one.
Yeah, I kind of, when you mentioned
and
that.
Greenbrier West are going at it.
When you mentioned that, I kind of figured James Monroe might get the better of that matchup.
Here's Andre Wright. Trying to go inside, foul called.
I think they're going to get Fitzwater. Nelson was trying to, well, maybe I'm wrong on that, actually. It was like A.J. Thomas. That's going to be his first, actually.
He goes all the way out to Cole Nelson. Malachi trying to find an open
You know, and that's, you see Hawthorne wanting, Malachi has really trouble getting good looks against Beckley. They have a lot of length they can throw at him. Different players, Hawthorne, Redfern, and he really struggles against Beckley. Cole's got to shoot that. Yeah, he stepped.
That
yeah, he's got to shoot that three, though. He turned down the three to take a tough pull-up jumper on the baseline.
Hawthorne got it over, gets it back. Zion Hawthorne has it for Beckley. He will get it out to Preston Clary. Back over to Zion Hawthorne, 6 seconds to go, third quarter. Dillon, catch and shoot three, off the mark. And that is how quarter number 3 comes to a close. So with 1 quarter to go in this one, we will be back on the New River Network to close it out after this.
We need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton because he'll always show up and fight for us.
My name is Jonathan Wood, and I'm proud to announce the addition of my father, David Wood, and my sister, Brianna Wood Cook, to the Tyree family. We are locals who care about our community. Because we are not corporate-driven, we are able to offer affordable services, and we are willing to help each family to where no one is turned away. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer free need planning. Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence, the Tyree way.
And we welcome you back for the final quarter of action here in Beckley. It is a 62-27 ball game. Woodrow Wilson is up over Oak Hill. We are starting the fourth quarter. Malachi Lewis has the basketball. He is scoreless so far in this one, and what will be his last high school basketball game.
I think they're going to call maybe a double dribble on Elijah. I thought he was going to get a three-point opportunity, but they called a double on him.
So Oak Hill will have it here as Brent Conley will pass it into Malachi.
He's got A.J. Thomas on him now. A.J., he probably remembers A.J. from last game.
I would say so. Hard to forget a performance like that. And that's going to go into the bench.
And Beckley's still playing hard, man. They're still playing that tough man-to-man defense. So, yeah, they're not backing off at all, even with a 35-point lead here.
Conley got it in. Malachi tried to go up. He's going to draw a foul. And Oak Hill will inbound underneath their own bucket.
I think that was on Thomas again. It's going to be his second.
And they'll get it into Levi Kiska. Over to Armani Hicks. Hicks got it over. Couldn't quite see who that was to, but it's Brent Conley having it now. Malachi Lewis. Lewis kicked it back out to Kiska. Kiska thought about a three, backed it out. Malachi trying to get something here, and he will draw the foul.
It's hard for Oak Hill to get good shots, but then there's been times I've thought they've passed up shots they should have. I wouldn't mind seeing Levi pull that top of the key three, puts it on the deck, and just goes right into traffic and right into size. Hopefully Malachi can get on the board here. He's scoreless tonight, and that's really not indicative of the kind of player he is or the kind of season he's had. He's had a really good season. This is going to be his last high school basketball game, but he had he got some all-state recognition in football earlier in the year. I think he's going to get some all-state recognition in basketball. Just a tough way for him to end his high school career here tonight, though, with this game. Hopefully he can get on the board here.
Hopefully.
Get that goose egg off beside his name, and he finally
does. And he has a point. We've got a final from Charmco. Riverview goes into Charmco and beats Greenbrier West 95-92.
95-92?
In girls.
That is a heck of a high. Did it go into overtime?
No, it was fourth quarter. That's what I saw.
95-92. That is a wildly high-scoring game. That
What a game.
Yes.
Congratulations to Riverview.
Man, I might have to catch the replay of that somewhere.
Yeah.
95-92. That's unbelievable.
62-28 here. 3 ball in the corner is off the mark. Kiska is in there on the rebound, and Clary will bring it out. He'll slow it down, get it out to Elijah Redfern. Dylan thought about it. Instead, he'll kick it back out. Clary. Woodrow in no particular hurry. As Redfern will back it out. He'll send it in and try to go to Fitzwater. He finds him. Drew Fitzwater goes up, misses the shot, and Oak Hill brings the rebound down with Brent Conley. It'll be Armani Hicks with the ball here now for Oak Hill.
And again, you
Hicks.
saw Malachi trying to go baseline, and Thomas just cut that baseline off. He's a really good defensive player.
Kiska. Hicks.
Oak Hill, and it's right in front of us. Man, they just can't generate anything offensively at all. Good hands that time by Armani. Didn't give up on the play, but Lucas, we see it in front of us. They try to put the ball on the deck. They can't get by them. They're not cutting probably like as much as they should, but man, they just cannot get any open looks against this Beckley defense at all. And you see the length of Beckley when it's right in front of you. And Oak Hill's really struggling with it.
Elijah Redfern has it for Beckley. 5:40 to go, fourth quarter. Clary puts it up. He won't miss that one. 64-28.
He's got a quiet 16 too. Again, off another assist from Redfern.
Here's Malachi Lewis. Couldn't see who that was in the corner, but it's a made shot.
Yeah, so he's in double figures now with 10. Nice job by Malachi, then able to get in the lane and then find Conley for the kick.
And they'll get it inside. There may have been some contact there, but they let it go.
They let it go, yeah. Fitzwater's got 8 off the bench for Beckley. He's had a nice little game.
Here's Malachi Lewis here for Oak Hill. Puts a shot up, can't get it to go. As Zion Hawthorne brings the rebound down for Beckley. He'll start it up the floor. Go for an alley-oop. What a play. Elijah Redfern with the dunk.
Boy, that kind of tops it off a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah, Hawthorne to Redfern. Beautiful alley-oop. Great finish from Redfern. That's been the kind of night for Beckley, and that kind of night for Oak Hill, unfortunately, as well, as Redfern now has 19. I think they're going to call a technical, actually. A little.
I believe they are,
They did a chest bump here at the middle of the court, so it's going to be a technical. They'll probably live with that at this point.
Yeah.
37 point. Yeah, student section doesn't love it.
Malachi's technical shot is up and in. Here's the thing, he didn't even stick the landing on the celebration. I would have saved the tee just for that, like you messed it up.
I think that might have been what got him the tee. He actually knocked Hawthorne down on the chest bump and had to help him up. And I think for the refs, that was maybe too much for them to swallow their whistle for. Yeah. So we're seeing some young guys get in as Ivan Purdue's checking in. Antoine Hicks is checking in.
Here's Malachi Lewis. He has it. He'll get it off to Ivan Purdue. Purdue tried to go out wide to Armani Hicks, who puts a 3 ball in the air. It's off the rim. No good. And Drew Fitzwater brought it back down for Beckley. It's A.J. Thomas. He'll get it out to Zion Hawthorne. It's inside. Drew Fitzwater kicked it back out. Preston Clary has it. Checking into the game for Woodrow is number 40, Lucas Rainey. And trying to go inside the Fitzwater. It's just a little bit out in front. Oak Hill ball.
Yeah, you mentioned the West girls school. I think that's an upset too.
I believe so.
West went to states last year, and I think they were probably favored to go again this year. That's two upsets tonight locally with Trail and West.
You love this time of year. If you like upsets this time of year, that's for sure. Thomas has it for Woodrow. He will kick it out to Zion Hawthorne. Hawthorne kicked it out. Rainey for 3. He can't get it to go. And Oak Hill will bring the rebound down. Woodrow still pressing. Here's Malachi Lewis. Kicks it out to Levi Kiska. Kiska puts a 3 ball in the air. It's no good. And Hawthorne will bring it back for Woodrow. Passing it ahead to Drew Fitzwater. It just was a little bit out in front of him. Looked like it rolled down his leg.
Yeah, it was actually a good pass from Hawthorne. Fitzwater just couldn't handle it, but Hawthorne, good look ahead. As Beckley starting to clear their bench here a little bit. Oak Hill too. We see Tom Jones checking into the game for Oak Hill. Jones has impressed me some, JV. He might have a bright future here. He's a bigger kid, but he's got some nifty footwork, and he can create his own offense a little bit.
Hicks. Armani, that is. Ivan Perdue. Antoine Hicks. Trying to do something with
just stifling defense from Beckley.
When they go back to Armani, it's stolen away.
Even their backups here.
Tried to go up. Foul called. That was for Woodrow, number 32, Braylon Mickey.
Yeah, and Antoine Hicks, he's not going to give up on any play, man. That was a good, strong foul. Again, not a dirty play, just a good, strong foul by Antoine Hicks. And he's a tough kid. He'll stick his face in the fan.
So here's Mickey. First foul shot is up and it's good. 69-33.
So we haven't gotten a score, but we know that Beckley's going to get to host the winner of Princeton and Greenbrier East. We haven't gotten a score from that game, but I think that'll be Friday night. That'll be for the sectional championship.
And that shot is no. They're going to wave it off.
Lane violation.
That's what it looked like to me. I don't know what else it could be at this point. Antoine Hicks has it for Oak Hill. Handed off to Cole Nelson. Over to Tom Jones.
It's a good kick. It's a nice job.
Nice shot from Aiden Smith, number 5.
It's a nice job by Antoine Hicks getting in the lane, getting the kick out for Aiden Smith, creating offense for Oak Hill.
Mickey. Thomas. Mickey. That's Tom.
You know, Lucas, the little bit I saw of Oak Hill's JV this year, I was impressed with them. They had some kids who would get after it. They didn't lose a lot of games, JV, this year either. There might be it's going to be a charge. The future might be bright for Oak Hill if some of these JV kids keep developing and stay together.
Our own David Gorby, of course, the head JV coach.
Yeah, he did a nice job with them. They had a nice year. I don't know what their final record was, but I know every game that we watched, I'm not sure I saw them lose. I could be wrong on that.
I think you're right. I don't remember. And usually it was a blowout.
Yeah, usually it was a blowout. You're right. Usually it wasn't much of a game. The one time it was a game, it was against Beckley, and Aiden Smith hit a layup at the end to win the game.
What an atmosphere that was just for the JV game.
Yeah, it was the JV game, right?
Yeah.
I think we'll have an illegal screen against the big man for Beckley. And you have to help me out with number 42. That's Owen Gunter. I think they got him for an illegal screen there. He's a big 6'7" sophomore.
It looks like he's bespectacled, as we've got a foreign object on the floor. Can't have that. I think that's the last thing Coach Jackson wanted in his hand right now.
Yeah.
Here's Antoine Hicks. He'll get it out to Tom Jones. Jones over to Aiden Smith, Ivan Perdue. Back over, shots up. It is no good. There's an air ball, and Beckley's coming back out the other way with it. That is Javante Wins, number 30. Thomas took a 3, it's off the mark. Gunter's in there for the rebound. He will have a stoppage of play.
Going to have a foul, I think. That's going to be on Elisha Jones, who just checked in. That's his first. He's got his hands full with the big 6'7" Gunter underneath. He's battling him, though.
Braylon Mickey got it back out. Corner three, good. Looked like that was number 30 for Woodrow. Javante wins, and the student section is 11. Tom Jones puts up a three. It's good.
He banked it. Did he bank that?
I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did too.
The bank is open here.
He plays with confidence. I've seen him play in JV. He plays with a lot of confidence. He's not afraid to take a three-pointer or put the ball on the deck.
Shots coming back up. Here's Ivan Purdue. Got it in. Carter Richardson shots up. It's no good. And Purdue will save it off a Beckley player. Now don't lose that ball back there, guys.
Yeah, I think it's the only one we have in the whole building.
So.
Boy, they were looking for it in the first half.
Purdue will inbound. He'll get it into Carter Richardson. Shots up from Antoine Hicks off the mark. No good. And back in there for it. As Richardson remain with Oak Hill here. 26.3 seconds to go in the game. Purdue got it into Tom Jones. Tough shot. Got it.
I'm telling you, I like Jones. I think Jones is going to be a player at Oak Hill before his time's up.
I have to agree. We'll see what Woodrow wants to do here. There's 12 seconds to go in the game. And they didn't want to turn over, but they got it. Here's Antoine Hicks to the bucket. Shots in and the foul.
I'll tell you what, and Antoine Hicks plays fearlessly. He plays fearlessly, and I really like that about him. He's got a little dog in him, and I think that's going to serve Oak Hill well the next couple of years. And I think it's going to serve him well on the football field, too. We mentioned last game, we anticipate Antoine and Levi Kiska battling out for the quarterback position. And Antoine, he won't back down from anybody.
No, he won't. And with no need to cross the halfway line, Beckley will, and that is how the game ends. 72-43. Beckley wins, and so doing ends Oak Hill's season. Red Devils fall to 8-13 overall. Beckley improves to the infamous number combination of 13 and 9.
So I do want to recognize the three seniors for Oak Hill. Their careers have come to an end tonight, and that was Jacob Blankenship, Noah McClung, and Malachi Lewis. I always hate it. That's the thing about postseason basketball. Your career ends abruptly, and it certainly did for these kids tonight. They put in their time here at Oak Hill, and I want to recognize them and thank them for their efforts. And they played hard. The season didn't go the way they wanted to, but they came every game ready to play and gave it their all.
Could not agree more if I tried. So, with that, we shall bid you farewell here from Beckley. We thank you for tuning in to Oak Hill basketball with us all season long here on the New River Network. And we anticipate bringing you more basketball. I believe we'll be in Wyoming County for Wyoming East and Mingo Central girls. But as the Oak Hill Red Devils season comes to an end, we thank you so much for coming along with us on this incredible ride. So for Chris Rader, Darren McGuffin, Robert Polly, somewhere up amongst the people, I am Lucas Berry saying thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Good night, everyone.
We need a proven business leader who knows how to get things done for Southern West Virginia. We need a leader who will stand up and fight and defend our family values. We need a leader who believes in individual freedoms. We need a leader to represent us who understands what being a proud West Virginian is all about. We need a conservative Republican in the state Senate. So on May 14th, vote for Brian Helton because he'll always show up and fight for us.
My name is Jonathan Wood, and I'm proud to announce the addition of my father, David Wood, and my sister, Brianna Woods Cook, to the Tyree family. We are locals who care about our community. Because we are not corporate-driven, we are able to offer affordable services, and we are willing to help each family to where no one is turned away. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer free need planning. Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence the Tyree way.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.